Good morning. So, got a great question from Facebook. And the question was, how do I know if it's my soul that's speaking to me and not my ego? And there are actually three ways that I recommend you make sure that the information you're getting, whether it's guidance or in the moment information, is coming directly from your soul and not from that part of our personality known as the ego, which is self-serving and will lie to us very easily to sway us in the way that it wants us to go. And so there really are these different aspects to us, and that's something that we need to kind of discuss first, which is there is this greater part of you, the part that created you. Some people call it the soul, some people call it the higher self. It is your divinity, it's your spark of divinity. And that part of you created the ego, which is the personality. It's kind of like if you think about an author of a book creating a character. Your soul is the author, and the character that you are playing is the ego. And the ego is very focused on the life of the person and being successful and protecting the self, and so it will do whatever it needs to do, whether it's lying to you or creating fear for you to kind of control the outcome of things. And so when we're really looking to connect with truth, it's important that we don't honor what our ego is saying over what our soul is saying. And so in order to know what your soul is saying, or if it's the soul that's actually giving you the guidance or the insight, there are some things that you can do to make sure that that is what's happening. The first thing is, and it is honestly the most important, is your intention. So if you have an intention to be connecting with your soul or God, whatever feels better, it's the same one thing. To connect with your soul, to connect with God, to intend that that is where you're going for your information, that is going to actually direct the energy and where your guidance is going to come from. So setting an intention, first of all, you can do this through prayer. You can simply do it through a moment of saying, I'm going to connect with my soul now, and I'm going to ask my soul what my soul feels about that. And generally the soul speaks to us from the heart, and the ego speaks to us from the head. But you have to learn this for yourself in your own body and where you feel those communications. So the first thing is intention. Is your intention to be hearing what you need to hear, the truth, or is your intention to hear what you want to hear? Because that's the ego-driven voice of intention, because it's all about what you want and not what is. The second thing is to learn. This is so important. I teach this in all of my intuition development and mediumship classes. You need to learn your truth signals. Your body, the beautiful thing about how your body was designed, it will always tell you the truth. So even if you want to believe something, your body will give you a signal that what you're saying is not true. And it's different for every person, but there's some general experiences that I've seen over the years. People have shared what their truth signals feel like and what their lie signal feels like. And generally, truth signals feel really good in the body. There's a feeling of an openness in the heart. There's a feeling of expansion, of peace, of calm. These are feelings that tend to indicate that what you are receiving is in alignment with the soul. So truth signals are also soul signals. When you're feeling peace and calm, when it's feeling expansive and opening for you, when it's feeling warm possibly, these are indications that you are connecting with the truth, which is the soul. If you feel tightness or pain or fidgety or anxiety or discomfort in your body, these tend to indicate that what you're hearing is not true or not in alignment with your soul. Now, where we can get caught up is that sometimes we will have just generalized anxiety about the answer, no matter what it is, and that can interfere in our ability to receive clear communication. So if you're going to be asking for guidance from your soul, but you're already anxious and nervous about the outcome, you're literally going to create these ripples of anxiety that are not going to allow you to receive clearly. So it's always important that you work on calming yourself down first, whether you listen to music or say a prayer, but get yourself into a state of feeling calm before you go for guidance. So truth signals, that's the second way that you can know whether you're connected to your soul or your ego. And you should practice this and feel what it feels like. The best way to do it is to speak a lie out loud and then feel what that makes you feel like in your body. Make it a strong lie. Make it something that you would hate to say, because it will give you a stronger awareness of the sensations in your body. Because the stronger the untruth, the stronger the discomfort. Okay? And then the last thing is something I was taught when I went through my healing program. We were required to learn how to make a direct connection with our soul's awareness and to receive in our bodies a sensation or a feeling from our soul that indicated we had made that strong connection. So you can do this in meditation, and basically you close your eyes and you ask your soul to give you some form of sensation in your body that indicates you are fully connected and receiving directly from that part of your consciousness. For me, when I first learned how to do this, it takes a while because you kind of question, everything feels really subtle. You can ask your soul to increase those sensations for you, which is what I did. And I'm actually feeling the sensation right now in my body. But for me, when I made that connection to my higher self, to my soul, what I noticed is that I would get from about here up to my chin a feeling of tingles or numbness right in here. And that became very consistent. And the stronger the connection I was making, the stronger this would get. In fact, there were times where it would move up into my lower lip and my lip would feel numb. So very cool kind of thing to have, this communication that you're not creating or causing. It's a validation for you. So if you know that you need to speak to another person and you want to speak to that person from your heart and from your soul, you can make that soul connection and wait till you feel that signal and then speak from your heart. And then you know that what you're speaking, as long as you continue to feel those feelings of truth, expansiveness, peace, and calm as you're speaking, you know that you'll be speaking the truth. If you drop down into ego, you'll know because you'll start to feel discomfort in your body or tightness, or it will feel off to you. So that's the best advice I can give you as far as knowing whether it's your soul or your ego that you're connecting with, and I hope that helped a lot.